I'm extremely confident that my 981 Porsche Cayman GT4 may be finished in today's video. Over a year ago now, I bought one of my dream cars, the Porsche Cayman 981 GT4, but it didn't come without its problems. This one had been crashed on the motorway quite badly in the near side rear corner. Now, when I uncovered the damage, it was a lot worse than I thought. Both near side suspensions, front and rear, were damaged. The near side rear quarter completely caved in, and just a whole host of other problems with it as well. This was one of the biggest challenges I've taken on to date and required major work. But can we get it fixed in this video? Can it be finally ready to go on the road? Now, because the GT4 is a track car, I think it's only right that my first road test is actually on track. Now, I'm going to be going to Silverstone next Saturday, the 11th of May, with Gas Gang and Officially Gassed. So if you're going to that event, I'm going to see you there in the GT4. Now, let's finish off this video and try and get this car prepped for track / the first road test. Track test. Yeah, not gonna lie, I just had a shocking start. Just started it. It literally started for a split second, cut out. Pretty sure I've run out of fuel, so I've just nipped to the garage and got some chance to get some V-power in the old girl. I hope it's fuel related because it just cut out and then wouldn't start again. So let's stick some fuel in. Yeah, to be fair, the car has told me it's had absolutely no fuel in it. I'm pretty sure since I picked it up. Please start. 46 miles, bloody hell. Yeah, it must have been fuel. 12 litres, 46 mile range, not great. Now, one of the first things I want to do, if you can hear me, slightly better, is get an exhaust fitted to this car, because ever since I've had it, it's had no exhaust and it's been just ridiculously loud. So let's get a proper exhaust fitted on this and listen to it purr properly. And don't forget, guys, there's just a few days left of my Audi RS4 Carbon Black Edition. Tickets are £1.99. The link is in the description. Go over to Compete for Cars and win this. I don't know if it's one of very few, but this is an exclusive Sprint Blue Carbon Black. I've seen none for sale whatsoever, and it's in none on the road. This will be a very rare car indeed, guys. So go and grab your tickets now. A couple of days remaining, less than 5,000 tickets left, and one of you guys is going to win this epic car, or the £30,000 cash alternative if this doesn't float your boat. So we're going to start things off by getting the car in the air and removing the right hand bank manifold, because it's got the old exhaust still stuck on it and I can't get it off. So we need to remove the whole manifold to get it off properly. I think the only thing we can do here, because the bolts are rusted and grounded, we're going to just have to grind the whole thing off. La-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da. So the exhaust is now all good to go back on. So I'm going to fit that now back to the GT4. And this is the new sports exhaust we're going to be fitting. And as you can see, it's been heat wrapped by Imeco. So while I'm fitting the exhaust, I'm going to let Imeco and Stuart from Imeco talk a little bit more about exactly what this stuff does and the benefits. So now we're going to be fitting the exhaust, and I've actually got Stuart here from Imeco because he has kindly wrapped our exhaust, heat wrapped it, and he's just going to now talk a little bit about what the benefits of heat wrapping is and basically why you should heat wrap your car.
Yeah, well, hi, thanks for having us.
No problem.
So, I mean, for this kind of application, I mean, thermal management there, the main thing is trying to reduce the heat around the exhaust system and also keep the energy within it.
Yeah.
So where these link pipes, they're running really close to the tyre, the brake system.
Especially on the GT4, yeah. They're right by the tyre and in the wheel well, so keeping as much heat out there as possible, I guess, is massively beneficial, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially a car like this where you're probably going to track day it and things like that.
Yeah.
It just allows you to, one, enjoy the track day the entire day, and, you know, get kind of the most out of the car. So
yeah,
instead of worrying about doing sort of 3 laps, whatever, and worrying about heat, having to do your cool down lap and stuff like that, you can pretty much push the car a lot more throughout the day.
Yeah, sure.
With doing this, so like performance-wise, we've been getting a lot of sort of data with supporting all the touring car teams. So we get to see some really good data, and we've seen up to the sort of 75 to 85% surface temp reduction.
Yeah.
Which is massive for reducing the temperatures around the exhaust system, in the engine bay, and really controlling like air intake temperatures, that starts to come down.
Yeah.
All surrounding components that you're trying to make live longer, like tyres and things like this.
Yeah, because some people may think it's just a benefit to keep heat out, but it's actually got an engine benefit, a performance benefit as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So by having that side, so we also had some back-to-back data from cars not wrapped and cars with wrap on it. And the car with the wrap had sort of like 60 to 80 degree EGTs, so the exhaust temps were a lot higher.
Yeah.
Which just shows that the energy's staying within the system.
Yeah.
So the engine's running more efficiently.
Yeah.
And that, you know, for NAs that's great, but also like turbo applications.
Yeah.
By keeping the heat in, you're allowing your turbo to be more efficient and spool quicker. And you know, people are chasing mega numbers now, like 1,000 horsepower.
So every little helps, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, when you're pushing those sort of numbers, heat is creeping up massively. So if you run on a dyno, the last thing you want to sort of be told after spending a lot of money on your hardware setup is that you've got to turn the boost down and things like that because
Getting too hot. Yeah.
Because it's getting too hot.
Yeah.
Whereas this stuff just allows you to go full send.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and keep it out as much as possible.
Yeah.
And also, it just looks really good as well, doesn't it? It does look factory, doesn't it? It looks like I've literally bought it like this, but it does look really good.
Yeah. So you know, for like a durability side, so we can have our casing in different materials. This is a stainless steel dimple foil, which is then spot welded completely there. So you know, our production side is we're laser cutting all the foils. Everything's precise on your one-offs or your batch production. It doesn't matter for us. And then we're using in-house 3D printing for all our tooling. So all these bends, etc., is completely formed to the contours of the pipe to give you know, a nice looking product as well. And
yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah. Besides the performance thing, that's a thing that is a core value to us, is actually like, you know, quality and making sure your car looks the part as well. So
yeah, sure.
When you go into your car shows and your car meets, everyone wants to go, wow, nice engine bay.
Exactly, yeah. So what I'll do then, if I just put your link in the description here, and then if people want to find out any more information, they can obviously click the link, and they can obviously see your website and see what read up more if they want to, and then if they want to get their exhaust wraps, they know where to go.
Yeah. Also, I mean, so for anything like that, all we need is mainly like pictures is absolutely fine to put a quote together, that kind of thing. It's it doesn't have to be anything too complicated for us, and
cool.
Yeah, be great to help.
Yeah, cool, right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see what it's like on track. And just some of the customers they work with as well is JCR, Tom Wrigley Exhaust, and BTCC Cars too. So go click the link in the description and give them a shout if you need any exhaust wrapping. Now with the exhaust loosely in position, actually looks pretty good there, just needs the tips fitting, and obviously I need to put that new exhaust manifold on, which I'll do at a later date. We're starting to refit the rear end, so we've got our crash bar here with our built-in heat shield. I've also done a few little bits, like I've just put this little wiring loom in, and then remembered that when I removed the chassis leg all those months ago, I forgot about removing this loom, and I grinded straight through it. So it's only 4 wires, it's for the parking sensors, so we'll just connect those back up in a moment before we put the boot floor in. I've put the connector for the light in, just little brackets like that for the light, and now we're going to move on to this panel here. I don't know really what it does on the Cayman. I think it's more for when you've got a Boxster, and I think the rear spoiler, deploying the rear spoiler was built into this, so I don't think most of this is actually necessary for the Cayman, but like for like, we'll stick it on, it just goes there, and then off of that we can then put our brackets for our lights, get those in as well, and just start building up slowly. I mean, just look at that, look. Beautiful bolt holes lining up perfectly, first time, and also this is the side that was crash damaged. Everything is just going in so nicely. Look at these gaps. I know everything's perfect before I've measured everything, but it's just cementing how good this has come out, this car. And if I didn't need any more confirmation about how perfect the lines are, check out the line for the rear boot. Absolutely perfect. See again, look. What a car. This is coming out really well. Now I need the GT4 badging from the rear bumper down there. It's got all the letters on it, but I know, here look, it's got the Porsche GT4, and I know if I try and order them from Porsche, I'm going to be 200 quid down. So I wonder if there's a way of taking these off of here and getting them onto the new bumper without it looking worse than that. Now I'm just going to pop both rear tail lights in. You don't know how many times I tried to do this before realising the bumper's got to go on first. One of the last things we've got to do is just a few things on the front end, like fit this new side indicator, which goes, I have no clue. There we go, the hook's in there by the looks of it. And pushes in. There we go, that's that fitted. Just got the GT4 on the ground, rolled it off the ramp, because the rest of the stuff we can do on the ground, but just look how good this now looks. I've just fitted the tailpipes to the exhaust as well. I know I might have to mess around with it because fitting that new cap, but for now I just thought I'd put them on to see what it looked like, and it just looks epic. Rear lights are in, GT4 OEM lights. And yeah, just fit a new battery as well, so we're good to go. So we're about to start it out for the first time and listen to what an actual exhaust sounds like, because I've never actually heard this car with an exhaust on. It's only ever been broken in my possession, but just look how good it's all come out. Obviously we need to get this painted, but for now you can't really notice it, so yeah, just looks so good. And also the black splitter as well on the front, which looks epic as well. Does kind of make you think you need to paint this gloss black, but I think might be able to just get away with it, because obviously we got gloss black here as well and a few other black accents, but I think you can just about get away with it. Does look sick, obviously black wheels as well. Just look, we're gonna get it outside because I'm not really doing it justice in here. It's dirty as well, so it needs a clean. So let's start it out for the first time and listen to what this sounds like. Oh, hello. Had to use some ramps, didn't want to rip off my front splitter, but just look how good this looks. It's warmed up a little bit now, so let's go for a little rev. That sounds absolutely incredible. Incredible. So now we've got the outside looking and sounding very nice indeed. Oh, just quickly as well, I didn't realise you can actually buy these end caps from Porsche. Now, they just glue on, I believe. Now, guess how much, well, I'm not going to tell you to guess because we're wasting too much time. 380 quid just for this plastic end cap here, which is taking the piss, quite frankly. If anyone can 3D print me one of these, do let me know to obviously completely match the other side. I don't know how to go about even looking for someone that could do that sort of thing. If someone that's watching this video can 3D print one of these end caps, please do let me know. Or if you can 3D print two and change it up a little bit, I don't know. But now we're going to concentrate and turn our attention to the interior. So we've got to put all this back together. It's nothing major, it's mainly just in that corner here, putting the boot trims around, obviously feeding the electrics back from the boot into the car, and also the boot trim as well, getting the boot latch on here as well so then it actually closes, and then putting all the flooring lining in so it all then looks like a nice normal car. So I think I'm going to start probably by fixing this wiring loom. So the main problem I had here is it was over a year ago since I actually stripped this boot out, so I couldn't remember where anything went or the order they went in. So I spent a lot of time trying to work that out, and every trim either underlapped or overlapped on top of each other or underneath each other. So I had to do things about 5 or 6 times, sometimes even more, just to get this all in the right order. But eventually I did get there. We put the boot seal on around the edge, and then obviously hoovered out, cleaned out, got the boot floor on as well. And then just everything started going together once we got those carpet bits in. Then we had to fit the boot latch and get the trim for the boot latch on, and then just make sure the boot closes, which you're about to find out. But yeah, get the back bit of carpet on, and then the few last remaining trims, and I think we're pretty much there. Right, we are finally there with the interior of the rear anyway, and it's all back to factory and looking absolutely sweet. The only thing I haven't done is you can see I've only got one gas strut, and that's because I don't have the ball to screw in there to put the other gas strut in. I don't know, it was part of obviously the old quarter panel. I thought I saved it. Apparently I can't find it, so I must have chucked it away. I have ordered a new one, but that won't be here for a little bit. Not really going to impact anything, but it just means I'm going to have to use some mole grips to hold the boot open for the moment. But yeah, everything is back in now, so it's the moment of truth. I'm going to undo this. I have checked the boot latch works, and it does. So it's holding itself up now. Incredible. Is it going to shut? Oh, no, now it's going. Slowly, surely. Is it going to? Brilliant. Oh, there we go. Locked in position. Went in a treat. Now, does it open? That is the question. Oh, like a glove. There we go. Beautiful. Now that is the rear end. Let's get that back up. It's not going to stay up now, is it? Nope. Right, that is the rear end done. And that means the last thing we've now got to finish off is just putting this side skirt back on. I've got a few trims here. I'm actually waiting for some clips because these are all damaged. So I'm waiting for some new ones to turn up. They'll be here any minute. And then we can get the side skirt fitted. Wheel arch liner, apparently I didn't have. So I've ordered that. I'll be here in a couple of days. And then it's just gonna be a case of getting the trim back on the door, putting the trim around the window, which I can probably do now actually. And then it just needs a good clean. The whole car needs a good clean, and then we're gonna go for the big reveal because it will be then pretty much done. I don't know if you just saw my arse for most of that, but seal's in, finally. Right, that should now sound nice when I shut it for the first time. Or shut it properly. Beautiful. Woo! There we go. Guys, I think the GT4 is finally done. Yes, I know there's a very few small bits that I've got to do, like fit a wheel arch liner in here, which is a couple of screws, fit the bonnet dampening, and we're going to clean it in a second. But for now, I'm calling the GT4 now done. It is everything mechanical, everything bodywork wise is done. There's just a few obviously little things we need to do, but I'll do that off camera. But we're going to go for a little first drive, just up and down the drive, nothing major, but I'm absolutely buzzing. For some reason, it smells like race fuel. I'm getting a massive smell of race fuel. Oh, it looks so weird just jumping in here and it's relatively clean everywhere. Right, let's go for a start. Oh, that noise. So much better with an exhaust. It sounds epic. So guys, that is the end of the GT4 series, and what an epic series it has been. Now, I don't know about you, but this is probably one of the most, I don't know, most satisfying builds that I've done to date. It has come out so well, it is unreal. Now, obviously, this being a track car, what better place to road test this for the first time than on a track. And yeah, as I said earlier in the video, I'm going to Silverstone, and Silverstone will be the first time driving this car on the road. So if you like these series, guys, you like this type of video, please do subscribe, and I'll see you at Silverstone on the 11th of May. Cheers, guys.